Oh, does that work? Oh, something's changing. There we go. That looks better. Get rid of this. Right. Looks like the PlayStation's working for sound. That's good. Hey, Ginger. Yeah, GT7. I had to, I suddenly had a panic before I did this. That oh, is that gonna? Oh, that's not gonna work. I suddenly had a panic that like it may end up needing like some huge update before I started it, but it seems okay. So we are. Oh, we need to stop that music in case, don't we? Options. Sound. Down the bottom here. Broadcast mode is on. Fine. There we go. Okay. Right. Jobs are good in there then, I think. Oh, it's been a long time since we've played on this. I feel like it is. Jardia did a video on that cheat. Oh, I just watched that. I watched that in my in my break when I was getting away from screens. I watched that and then watched the games for PS, the new games coming out on PS 5 and 4 and all of that stuff. What's it? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Something is wrong here. It needs to be that. And it's that one, I think. So now, yeah, there we go. We can flick on and off the current ones. And I guess we need to go through. This is really annoying. I changed something in OBS, and now I've got to go through and like update all of my settings here. There we go. I've tried to tidy things up though, so hopefully I'm hoping that where am I looking here? There we go. I'm hoping that things get a bit tidier and a bit easier to use now. Now, if we hit that, there we go. That gets us the link up for the site. And I think at the moment that's fine. I don't think we need anything else on. But that can go on as well. There we go. Okay. So I think we're good. Oh. Yeah, no, that should be fine. At least in GT7, there are no cheaters. No, nobody cheats in GT7. Right, wow. Oh, it does feel like a long time since we've been on here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome along. I know there is a lot of options for watching GT7. It's very popular. We're going to test the mountain though. It starts in 10 minutes. I guess we'll select from garage because what the nice thing about this is the liveries, right? We need to go and find a nice livery. So maybe we might not make the 1:30 one. We may make the 10:02 one. So 201s are looking like the 202s probably where, wow, if Blue Race is in the 202s, then maybe 203 is going to be where we're going to head for. Let's have a look. Hugh Hattrick there with the 202 as well. No nay bother or anything there that we were going to try and use to compete with. 59s for these guys. Oh, and you get the ghosts. That's right. Right. So I guess 201s would be really nice. 202s are probably more likely. And it's either the M6 or the Supra or Genesis if we're going OP. Do we go with the M6? I guess we go with the M6. Is the M6 in ACC? Hey, Catch the Breeze, welcome along. I wonder if we could do a test between the M6 and ACC. Although I realise setups and everything is very different, isn't it? So, M6 or Supra is the question. Is there anything else in the top ones here that we can use that might be nice for a beginner? I can't remember. Is the Supra's fairly easy to drive, right? So maybe the Supra is the one. Man, you forget so much, don't you, when you're out of the game and not watching streams and things. Yeah, Supra or M6 is going to be the question. Right. Change car. We have got an M6. I mean, we could go with any car, couldn't we, really? I mean, look at that. What a nice Ferrari. But I don't know if MR is going to be nice on this down the hill. Both likely to spin. Supra, probably a bit more stable. Okay. Let's start with the Supra then. We can always do my whole pretend to... hey, Rob, welcome along. MR. Yeah, I thought MR would kill it. It's really nice on ACC, but that's probably more to do with different setups as well. So we'll go with this then. Let's change the tyres onto the mediums. And I think that's it. I don't think there's any... I don't think you can change anything, right? Oh, we can change the turbocharger. No, you can't. No. Okay. It is all turned off. Even though they give you false hope, you're like, oh, imagine if you could put nitrous on it. Right. I mean, should we just go? Learn by doing? We've got, what, 2 laps here? Genesis is usually nice here, but I don't think it's so quick anymore. Right. I mean, I guess the plan is... Oh, that's not changing my view. That's changing my view. Oh! That's right, hang on. Which button? That button. That. Let's exit and go back in. Let's just let the wheel sort itself out. Oh! It's been a long time since I remember this. Oh, there we go. That's better. I can feel it already. Oh, there's no... yeah. Right, can we use the same braking markers? Oh, the steering's very different. Oh, it's not quite as stable as I remember. Okay, so a little heavier on the braking there. You can feel the steering. Yeah, you can feel the steering going a lot lighter. So they've obviously made changes there. Oh, yeah, it doesn't grip the same as ACC. Oh, yeah. So it doesn't quite load up the same. So the immediate things that that I'm noticing are going round as you turn the wheel. it's very easy to like snap it and you're like, oh, there's just no steering, like it's just gone. And it feels like it goes very quickly compared to ACC. Hey Nate, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. Whoop. .209's got to be pretty quick, hasn't it? I think. I'm sure there was a number 9 in like P1 or something like that. Oh, trail braking I think is going to be much nicer. Oh, that corner just feels a lot tighter than... what? That's rude. Maybe the car just doesn't turn the same as ACC, but the track's got to be mapped the same, hasn't it? So... Woo! So it's that 2.5 seconds. If we're gaining all the way down here, maybe 3 seconds. So that's a 2:06 that we would be on for. What race is this? This is yeah, race B. Nay. Oh yeah. So these tires and grip on this doesn't quite turn like the McLaren that we've been using, but that's fine. It's just something to get used to. I think we're okay. I think we go for it. We're not gonna... We won't bother setting this lap. I mean, what's the worst? What's the worst that can happen? Dens, yes, the understeer just never ends. Oh, so much more understeer in GT. Yes. Oh, I've been missing chat. Sorry about that. You have now played GT7 more than me in the last week. I mean, I'm addicted to this. Right. Oh, Jay Gurria, I think, plays ACC as well. Oh. We shouldn't have set a time. We shouldn't have set a time and we could have just started last. I immediately remember why we don't, like, we want to qualify. Because if you qualify and you start further up, these guys would spread out a bit by the time they reach you. Right, what have we got? 17 degrees, no idea what that means. 1 and 1. There's no required pit stop, I don't believe. There we go. Ah, nay. Cool, thanks. Yeah, we're going with the Supra. Den says try the Lexus. Okay.
You're awesome.
Haha. Good to know that that works. Oh, the radar's on the right now, isn't it? That's right. Which was weird. I thought the radar was in the middle when you were in... Maybe the radar's never in the middle. Oh, no, it is. There we go. So is the guy behind us going to go for a lunge? No idea. Almost. I don't think they were going to go for a lunge, but they were apparently expecting us to go quicker through there when it's like my lap. You use the lap time to see, oh, the people in front of me are much slower, so I should adjust accordingly. Oh, it just doesn't want to grip and turn. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. You just push me round. That's not a problem. Oh, but then oh. Oh. Yeah, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is the frustration of people not putting in lap times. Like they're gonna be so much quicker than you and just not be prepared for. Oh, somebody was Mad Sharper. Don't tell me Mad Sharper was one of the ones that didn't set a lap time and then goes and quits when things get tough after spinning me round. It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. I'm probably ranting. To be fair, Andy, there wasn't anywhere the guy could go. No, but he should have, like, he shouldn't have been going that quick anyway. Watching people go side by side in front. Doesn't that? I mean, maybe it's different and just. Oh man, this car does not turn. Maybe it's just different coming from ACC where the guys never ghost. You hit the guy in front and verged offline. I'm trying to think back. He was on the inside. So right, yeah, so the two guys in front of me were side by side. I was trying to negotiate that and he's gone up the inside of me. But you're probably quite right. I'm probably just overreacting to a degree. Just the frustration of I wanted to try. I should have just let them pass, right? I didn't. Oh, is that not what happened? That was what happened in my. That's what happened in my. Oh. Oh, I've got traction control on. It's never gonna rotate properly. Why didn't traction control stop that from spinning? Just doesn't rotate. That's what happened after. That's what happened after you hit the guy and the guy had nowhere to go. I don't understand. Yeah, that doesn't work in my head, that may. But I'm sure I'm in the wrong because I'm reacting off pretty much just the moment. Well, they might not have, Thomas. It's the sim racing thought of I've got nowhere to go, so I just hit you, which is quite, you know, it's an accident at the end of the day. But then I think the frustration is coming from GT7 watching things unfold in front of you. And maybe it was partly on me. I should have held off a bit more as well. It's as good as my racing earlier on, so Oh, somebody's back. Somebody's gone into the pits. I'm on about the choice of game. Yes, that's what I assumed you were on about, Sarth. I did. It is all over the thumbnail. What? I don't know whether the car just doesn't grip as much around there, but it definitely feels like that is a different corner on ACC. Yeah, that was on me. I was trying to trail break that. Oh, that could have been a track cut as well, because they've got a weird track cut here, haven't they? Oh, damaged steering. I think this is the magic repair car, right? Yeah, there we go. I just felt the steering twitch. I was hoping it was a joke. Right. Oh, look at that. The line's way down at the start of the course for this one. Oh, we've only got one on the TCS. This way we should find out that it's better to drive without TCS. There we go, that was a bit better. It's just about being light on the wheel, I think. Ooh, that was very close, wasn't it? Bumper cam, yes, right at the front, just to try and it was giving me the mirror behind that I wanted. Trying to get a similar camera to ACC. Oh, there we go, down to the 206s. I think it feels better than it was, but I just don't think now the wheel feedback is enough for driving, or at least for me at the moment. But that's probably just more about getting used to it, right? Saw you'd done ACC earlier. What are you expecting to discover in doing the comparison? Just interested to see the difference between the games. I've not played this since they did the physics update, so it's definitely different to drive on here. Unfortunately, in the daytime, like Rory forever pointed out, we had 16 people on the grid, whereas we managed to get 10 in the end on ACC for SimGrid seasons. So, whoa, this car doesn't like the dips the same as the McLaren. Maybe we should have gone in the McLaren. So ABS, the braking feels a lot different. My steering is doing that whole shudder thing that I think is a wheel setting rather than anything else. Oh, I forgot you've got to do the engine braking, don't you? You've got to like jam down the gears on this. So it's definitely, I think I'd say this is definitely an improvement to what they had before. Interesting that you mentioned the feedback. Oh, that's it. I mean, we almost survived. Mr. Slowly was... Well, these were the two guys that started behind us of DNF. Right. Oh, you can only save the replay and then you've got to go and watch it. Right. Okay. Interesting you mentioned feedback. I instantly felt it was better from the first laps I did on ACC. I'd never had anything to compare before moving from GT7. Yeah, I think so. GT really has to step it up and join the more realistic games. Well, it's not a sim anymore, really, compared to the others. No, absolutely. However, it's easier to play. Right? We've got to admit that it's easier to play because the numbers are here. Right, what? There was another car that someone said to try. So we could try the M6. The Lexus, was it? Do I own a Lexus? Oh, yeah. Do we go for the qualifying or do we just go back in? I think we just go back in, don't we? We'll just donate our rating back. We might not be back again. Right. Hands down, it's easier. It's just pick up and go. Yes, absolutely. And that's it, isn't it? Like, and look at all the streams. Like, immediately I think I had more viewers just by saying that it's a GT7 stream than doing ACC. More people play the game, and more people I think can get involved because they all race on this. I need to work out what is making this steering go absolutely mad down the straight. Numbers are only here because GT is easier and longer running with dedicated people. I think it's that catch-22, isn't it? Where if the numbers are there, the numbers kind of stay. Whereas if you're trying to build something up, then it takes... Oh, almost held it. Yeah, the numbers are here, so you continue getting numbers, then streamers continue streaming this, so they keep the numbers up then by doing that. It's easier to play. Ooh. Okay, so we can't brake like we do for ACC down there. I think that's a no now. Oh. Yeah, so they've definitely tightened up on the trail braking aspect of it, where you can't just hammer on and turn. But oh, I need to fix this. This steering. Right. What are the settings that you need to do to kill that stupid vibration? There's a thing that you change on the Fanatec wheels. Is it the spring effect or damper effect? Oh. Oh, there we go. Just try that. Oh, no, don't. Oh, well. I'm watching because of ACC, Xbox guy, so never played GT7. Interested to see the differences, but to be honest, won't be here long. No worries. No, whatever it is still there, so it's not that. Oh, I can't remember what it is now. The spring effect? No, something's still going, I think. Yeah, no, it's still going. Oh, what is that? Natural. NDP can add realistic feel and prevent oscillation. So does that need to go up then? No, that just made it worse. Oops. Oh, wait. Try. Oh, FFI. That sounds right. FEI. Is it the FEI? Yes, I think you might be onto something there. Well. Oh. Yes, well done, Sarth. I think that's the one. Right, can we start down the bottom now? Because those people won't be back in. We've got one person behind us. We'll let them pass. I mean, look at that. There is a fair range of cars on here. I hear so many people say they won't play ACC because they don't know how to set up their car. Yeah, that's a huge one, isn't it? Wife had me do shopping because I'm at home. Oh, so did you do the internet shopping, Jeff? I'll compromise. I'll do the shopping, but I will I will do it from a nice cafe whilst drinking a cup of coffee. GT needs to change the penalty system, the pits, and open more setup settings. It's that catch, isn't it? As soon as they do things like that, they're going to lose. They're going to lose a chunk of their followers. It's the difference between the two games, right? If you play ACC and you enjoy the setup side of it, then what's wrong? Why a bug? Don't know. Yeah, that's. This is. No, there's still some oscillation there, even with turning that setting down. Oh! No, very sorry. That was all on me. Oh. Should have set a lap time, Chipman. Oh. This is not going well, is it? Very sorry to Chipman. That was rough. Not in control of my car when that happened. No, there's still... I need to find some settings for the wheel because this just isn't great. We're not gonna enter the next race. We're going to have to go and find some settings. Digital have some settings, won't he? He's streaming at the moment. We'll find out. Go and see if he's got. Although nobody's got this wheel anymore, have they? a 1 second penalty because you dipped a line at the corner. Why? Why? I'm using the DD1, I think it is, like the old school DD wheel. I think most people have moved on to like the pro. This is just shaking all the way down this straight. I tell you what, this would make me. I couldn't race on this for a night. I need to change some settings because it's worse than playing ACC at the moment. Hey Jester, thanks very much.
You're awesome.
How different does it feel? Well, at the moment, my my most annoying thing is I don't know if it's showing up. Like that is like ridiculous. It doesn't even do that on ACC. So that's a wheel setting. Absolutely, that's not the game. But until I sort that, I am losing my patience with it already. In terms of feel, it's better. Well, it depends what you want from a game, doesn't it? So it's more. Oh, thanks. I really needed that. It definitely doesn't make me want to come back and play on it. It's not easy enough. It's not easy enough to just jump back in and go, oh yeah, I've got this now. Beginner Racers arcade game. Controller, probably a controller game is probably that. Hey, I'm new to PlayStation, not played GT7 yet, but there's still a setup menu that seems confusing to me as a noob. Is it really a lot simpler than ACC's? So in the daily races, there's no setup on this one. So you just pick a car and jump in and go with it. I definitely think GT7 feels infinitely better than ever before. Braking is much harder now, and the track and tyres feel more realistic. My only thing is, it just doesn't seem to stack up the feedback. So, oh. What wheel have you got, Jester? Is anybody using a DD1? Because this oscillation is absolutely ridiculous. I've got to have two hands on and hold it to drive down a straight. And it blocks out all other blocks out all of the like thoughts of racing when you're going down the straight, oscillating. Whoa. That's interesting. Oop. I feel like if they're gonna make it more realistic, then surely they have to open up the settings, the setups. Like it seems ridiculous that they're like, you know what, we'll make it more realistic, but I tell you what, we're not gonna let you change anything about the cars. I've had issues with the force feedback. I get like 2 different levels of feedback from it. Oh, stop it! It's fine if it's like in the exact center, but as soon as it hits a bump, I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm not going over cobblestones. Plus you get 3 WAG races a week. I mean, it depends on your time in racing, right? If you've only got a few hours a week to go racing, having a single like if you like the 30-minute kind of race, or 20 minutes in case of GT7. Oh, stop it now. Like, it just drives me insane. Yeah, I'm not entering the next one until I've been to a practice session and eliminated this. Oh. Yeah, so my issue... Ooh. My issue is it is a lot better, but like here, there, the snap oversteer that you get. Now, maybe that's a setup thing, and trying different cars would stop that. Maybe I shouldn't be on full acceleration, but the steering feels like it should grip. Once your force feedback is like dialed in, or is it going over the lip? Maybe it's going over the lip, and it is as real as it should be, and maybe ACC's lying to me. Ooh. But yeah, playing this compared to ACC just makes me go, yeah, McLaren in ACC all day long. It just feels a lot more controllable. Oh, quit it. It's just, like, I can't hold the wheel straight. Oh, yeah, thank you. That's because the wheel keeps jumping. I mean, Fuel Map 2 absolutely should help, shouldn't it? Because it should make it less powerful. So it should stop me from spinning out. Why was I running that? Because of the ridiculous oscillation that spins and my thumb hits the dial. My level of feedback down, Conrad, is mental, similar to ACC. Well, no, my difference is ACC, you'll feel a little knock, and you've got to hold your wheel. You can't let go of the wheel because your car will like move left and right a little bit. Whereas this, and I think this is where I'm like, it's a wheel issue, it's not a game issue. But on here, unless I'm going specifically left or right, it's the spring in the reload for me that the spring in the reload that then flicks it back to the right. ACC has like maybe it's got a dead zone on it that GT7 doesn't. I love it. You hit the barrier, you get a penalty. You almost went off the track and slowed down far more than... It's that catch-22, isn't it? sometimes the ACC penalty system isn't harsh enough for skipping out, but then this is the alternative that you you get this every time. See there, look at it, just ACC you get damage. Oh, that's true. Yeah. If you hit, yeah, no need for damage penalty, wall collision penalties, because your car's going to do the penalty for you. Yeah, that's a fair point. The ACC is similar to real life. Yeah, absolutely. I would love if they could make it stricter though, in the lobbies. That'd have been a really nice feature. Right. Oh. I'm so relieved to be able to just let go of the wheel. That tells me something's not right. Right, we're gonna fix this wheel. Last week, both races had partially open setup. Yeah, they keep adding bits, don't they? They keep adding bits onto it. Once I felt the force feedback on ACC, I never even thought about playing GT7 again. It's the where are we going with it? Oh, look at that, race B's time is updated, but it doesn't seem to have like updated my time. That's sad. Right, so we'll drop out of here. We'll go and just watch that replay. And then then what I should have done before is worked out how to sort out the steering wheel once again. Showcase. Gosh, this is taking me way back. My items? Yes, replay. ACC penalties are too lenient. People intentionally cutting corners knowing they only get a warning. Yes, yeah, there should be. I think there should be some bigger catch in that. Absolutely. Right. No. No. How do we... Oh, there we go. Oh, no. How do you change the camera? What am I missing? Oh, same button as you use. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we got a really bad exit there. I mean, yeah, I get it. There's maybe was nowhere for him to go, but I mean, there's side by side going on. We're then going slower. He maybe attempts to get down the inside. Ultimately, I would have said that's on him, but I get, you know, we were slow anyway. It makes no difference in the grand scheme of the race result, right? South, you're alive. I messaged you on Discord, mate. I haven't seen you in ages. Hey, Philippine, welcome along. Right. Okay. So we'll take the blame because we're not bothered and we just moaned a bit and we probably shouldn't have. I think struggling when you're racing is then not the time to actually go racing. Or just we should have just let people go past. Was probably the first mistake, is going, they've not qualified, just let them pass because they're still going to be quicker than us. But the Lexus are right. Jagger, welcome along. Needs a bit of brain rewiring jumping between games, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, I've not been on for months. So yeah, absolutely. It plays so different. What do we... What car are you driving? What car is the recommended one? We've tried the Lexus there. It seemed all right, but I find that it's just very snap oversteery without any like any mention in the wheel. Oh yeah, yeah. My cars have all been sat there. They probably all need a clean and an oil change. Fair point. Fair point. I usually forget to switch my wheel settings when going between. Yes, that's a spent. Yeah, well, because it's set at 900. I hit the first corner, and you immediately go, "Oh yeah, actually, there's something very wrong here." Right, which car then do we go with? And then I think we just stick with it. The V12 Vantage, is that? Oh no, it must be like the 2016 or something that's in ACC. It can't be the 2012, can it? Although maybe the 650S is the same as ACC. I prefer the Lexus, but mostly because it looks the best in VR. Ah, fine. BMW and Supra are good too. Lexus, Genesis, and BMW. So maybe we stick with the Lexus then. Okay. Fine. Right. We cannot enter a race. We cannot enter a race until we sort out this steering wheel. So, step number 1, there is a thing, isn't there, on... there is a thing on... I'm going to have to... Oh, no, can I use this one? Use the PC? There is a recommended settings, isn't there, on Fanatec. So let's look that up. So, oops, can't type. Fanatec DD1 GT7... Wheel settings. Let's try this. Fanatec recommended settings in 2022. So this is probably going to be too old, isn't it? Did you try in-game settings? No. Have we got anything new in-game? Oh, that's controller. So I've got 2 on the max torque and 10 on the sensitivity. So no idea. It's been too long. I've got no idea about these ones. FFB sensitivity down. That down now. 5 and 2 good? Does it go way down? Oh, you think that could be the oscillation? Ooh. Torque can go up. 5.5 good? Is that moment, is it, where you're like, oh, put the torque up, and it's like... So in 2022, GT7 put out for the DD Pro. I guess it has been out that long, hasn't it? And then the CSL Elite wheelbase. So I guess... Oh, podium racing wheel. There we go. I'm just gonna change... What should we do? Let's do setup 3 then. Auto. Force feedback, it reckons 42. FS peak. Peak. NDP 35. Everything's like default that I've got on here. Natural friction 3. Inertia off. Ah, what's INT? Oh, 1, yeah. FEI 100, yeah. Force 100, spring 100, damper 100. It's like the basic settings. They've not changed. They've not changed anything. They're like... Oh, and it says sensitivity 1 and max torque 5. Let's have a look. So, turn that off. Sensitivity 1 and max torque 5. Right, let's try that. And then what do we think we turn sensitivity up if it's not there? Right. Let's see if that does anything. On DD Pro, the auto mode on the wheel works quite well since the update. I think I've ever had it on auto. I've never set the steering the ratio there. Right. That's it. I think it was. Do we think that it was probably that sensitivity? Ooh. Fair enough. I'm more happy that the wheel's not oscillating. Oh, it does get there eventually. The car doesn't want to turn, but I think that's on me. Oh. Oh, it just immediately feels so much better going down the straight. Like, your arms aren't tense all the way down. When's the next race? Is it at past? Oh. It doesn't grip. It doesn't grip like ACC. That's for sure. Now, I guess soft tyres would. But, I mean, timing-wise, going over the hill, medium tyres seem to be the right tyres. Now, part of me wonders, like ACC, is it just oversteering that is causing the problem? Oh, can't just slam on the brakes. You can't slow down enough there. No worries. Oh, nice. No, hopefully that's hopefully this can be a nice background noise. Oh, yeah. So there's no grip like on ACC, but it's probably a tires thing. So I just need to brake early, I guess. So round to the right. Yeah, you just as I try and turn in, you just feel it. There's no I'm pushing the car too much, which is nice. You know, it's good to have that moment. But as you say, it probably just makes it a bit. Hang on. Just realised it's probably the force feedback in the brake. Well, like there. So you bump a little bit and it just wants to throw you around, which is nice, right? It makes it a bigger challenge. I would be suspicious though, on a controller you wouldn't get that. So they've tried to make it, I would have thought they've tried to make it harder for the wheel players to try and balance out that issue. So we've got to avoid the curbs, which we have to do on ACC as well, so that's no different. With the TGT2. Oh, but as soon as you... Yeah, that's nice. As soon as you slam on the brakes, the steering's gone. So... Oh, now is that not going to be more to do with then the brake balance? Oh. Yeah, just over the hill. Didn't they change something with the over-the-air physics? And it almost feels like... Yeah, I wonder which game's more realistic. Because they're just different. But coming down here, you slam on your brakes, you're not turning at any point. But I think if we shift some of the brake balance to the rear, we should get some steering back, right? With CGT2, I use sensitivity on 3 and torque on 8. Okay, we can try moving the sensitivity up. At the moment, I quite like it just because it's not bouncing my steering around. But I mean, yeah, I think I agree with folks that this feels a lot better than it did. It's just getting used to it then. It would be nice if the wheel loaded up a bit more. Oh, and just, yeah, little things like that it feels very safe, but it's not. But I guess that's the switch between the game, right? It's just what the game does. You've got GT mode on the wheel for GT7. Ah, nice. I think Womble always said that the ooh, that corner, every time that corner gives you a huge panic. Oh, it just it feels like it's there, and then just as you go around the corner, it's like, nah, we're not there. you need to go slower. Very sad it doesn't work on ACS, which gives more details the haptic that activate with GT mode. That's cool. Very sad it doesn't work on ACC. The difference is impressive. Which, oh, that's on the TGT2. Oh, but that is a GT7 wheel, right? And I wonder if it's kind of the same with. Wonder if it's a bit the same with the DD Pro that came out for. Came out for GT7, right? I don't get why Race B time has not updated. It surely should have found that I've set a time now. A 2:04. That's a lot better than it was. So clearly getting a bit more used to it now. A 2:03 is optimal. It just wants to spin out as I'm trying to go around there, which I guess is more my change from ACC to this, because ACC there's grip. Oh, there just is not grip there. So I bet if we watch the replays, I bet they're doing it flat out. Very slidey coming through these corners. Doesn't feel planted at all compared to ACC. It's nice. It's much better than it was. I think if you were playing this and you wanted to have a challenge when you were driving, this adds to the challenge. You probably need to concentrate a bit more. It still cruises down the straights now once you've got the right settings in. You don't need to concentrate or think about it. The steering lightens up as you hit the brakes, so you know that you're not going to be able to turn. You can't just cram the steering round. It'd be interesting if you can just cram the steering round on a controller. We should be careful about setting quicker times because they'll expect me to do this in the race then. Oh, maybe 6th gear isn't the way forward there. Oh, tried to straighten the wheel then. Didn't seem to want to go. Oh, almost. But that needs to be... So we've got... Nicely, we've got to the point where you can't hit the wall. Oh, that's not going to... And once you've gone, you're just not catching it. It just has no more grip to give. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You've just got to be accurate then. And here, like... What I don't like about that is I feel like I'm on the brake, but there's still it's almost like brake or steer, which may be realistic, but that's what I'm struggling with there. Let's let's get rid of that because that's just not doing anything, is it? What happens if we do like flick to race B? No, this almost tells me that it's not working. Because that's not right, is it? There's some on there for the current one. But it's still got a Porsche time on there of mine of a 1:32, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. Not used that for a long time. Right. We are going to go and... I just need to nip to the loo, to be honest. And then we'll go in for another race. And see whether we can hold some 205... Oh, what? Oh. It's going to be that, isn't it? Flick all these back. There's some little quality things that they could add in, couldn't they? Right, 5 minutes. I'll be back. Oh, we can not do that. We can do it that way, I think. Right. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you what, I should have tried to reboot that server to see if we could get this working, shouldn't I? Oh. Nothing's coming up this time. I wonder if I've killed it. Never mind. Right. What time are we at? 2:04. There's not even enough time to do a lap, so I guess we just hang on. Maybe this is a nice time to try and reboot that server and see. It's still, yeah, it's weird. We can have a look though. I get the right password. Oh, there's one thing that we can do to. We should be able to reset this. I think it's just doing that. There we go. Okay, so that should clear out those times. Now, if it's truly running through the different time checks there, that should work. If we go to GT Gopher, and go Andy's shadow. Yeah, it's not picked up any of our times recently. No, we've not done any times. We've only done it for race B, which makes me think that it must not be working. Is it working for anybody? It's probably not working for anybody, and there's just nobody using it anymore. Because I think now, if you're quick enough, I think Digit's got a site up, hasn't he? That'll probably cover it. Yeah, so that's. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Right, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's see what we can do now. Hopefully down the bottom still. Yeah, we'll let the Calder through. And we will go from there. Right. Away we can go. So we need to find at least a second to not be last in qualifying, which we probably can find. And what would the 202? So even in the 202s, it would only get us to like 9th. So it's 201s really is where we want to be. Cheers, Jeff. Yeah, good luck to anybody else who may be racing. I don't recognise any names. Let's see how we get on. We've had a little practice now. The wheel doesn't vibrate. This should be a much better experience. Oh, somebody's already left. Right, so can we make it? There we go. We've stuck with them through turn 1, but then they're getting away from us. don't know what the guy behind is like. Oh. Someone's starting to lose it there. Slots back in nicely. Just give him a little, yeah, give him a little tap to get him faster. Don't try and overtake. Oh. Oh, was that... Did I connect with them? I don't think I did. But it wouldn't take much more than that, would it? Where's... Just in case we did. Don't want to be that guy. We're going to let them through. No, I don't think that was on me. But anyway, we've let them back through. You punted him. Okay, there you go. Well, I've let him back through. I didn't think there was any connection, but oh, you can't joke about things like that. I take clean driving very seriously. Ooh. I think they spun themselves. Yeah, I think they could have spun themselves there, but it's fine. It's not like we're super competitive at the moment, so... This isn't really the track for doing, like, sprint races on, is it? Like, this is going to be 5 laps, so it's 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes of the mountain. It's just... Oh. Oh. Contact. That was maybe on me. Fair enough. After my comments. I think that is absolutely fair. Oh, there's been more contact. And you say you don't like sprint races on ACC. No, I think this is one of the big things there. Oh, Thomas says I think there's no contact. I think the same as Breeze. Don't think that was on you. Yeah, it's fine. So we're slowly getting more competitive. I think we've got to stay. We'll stay in for the afternoon. Oh. Okay, it's worked. It's sorted itself out. I don't know what it was. There was something going on with my pedal. I tried to look at what was going on with my pedal. And the truth is, I just want to sandbag. I just don't want to have any chance of gaining rating. At least we are getting more competitive. I'm just frustrated at that point. That was all on me. Coming from a game where the feedback tells me if I'm steering too aggressively, to a game where if you've got your foot down, you're just very likely to go. It's quite a different like mentality to get in coming out of a corner. Ooh, uh-oh, that's not going to work, is it? Yeah, we've checked out. We'll be back for the... Why do people play this game? I mean, it's a little bit fun, isn't it? It's not great. It's just a little bit fun. Some very generous DR donation. I mean, it's all going, isn't it? I mean, it's probably not that much of a donation at the moment because we're not going to be that high soon. we're probably going to get to the point where we come last and we gain DR because it's sorry for us. Man, who's crashed here and like wrecked all? How do you crash on the start finish straight? You know why I have 1,400 hours on ACC and 20 on GT7. I mean, I moved over to ACC and didn't miss this at all. The biggest thing that makes me think about doing anything on GT7 is purely if I want the channel to grow. GT7's where it's at, right? People don't come to watch racing on ACC. But for some reason, they'll come and watch this. And probably because it's far more entertaining, right? They want to be entertained as opposed to... almost. You want to be... Oh, give up. You want to be entertained more than watch really good racing. I'm just keeping my foot flat to the floor. I've lost. I just lose all motivation to play the game. Right. Oh, maybe we need an easier car. Maybe we're just not a pro. GT7 is plug and play. I mean, it's plug and crash for me at the moment. Quality over quantity. Yeah, this definitely doesn't give me any want to to play the game. But at the same time, right, this is my flaw. Like, this isn't a problem with the game. It's a problem with a skill issue. Right. We've not managed a lap without crashing yet. We should probably try a lap without crashing. Not ACC. You need to learn the setup and the car. Well, I mean, I went onto ACC. I went onto YouTube, found a setup for the car, and then I've raced with that. And I've gone, yeah, I can drive with this. So I've got the same mentality as GT7 for that. I've used somebody else's setup, and I've just learned to drive the car that, you know, I've not changed anything in the setup. Oh. I wonder if the soft tyres would feel more like ACC. But equally, then the times that you would get on the laps would be very unlike ACC. I mean, we almost survived without crashing, but we hit a barrier. I would say ACC can also be plug and play. I just downloaded setups from Coach Dave and know nothing about them. Yeah, same Catch the Breeze. I know nothing about setups. It just means you can make it better, right, for setups. If you know what you're doing, you can make it nicer to drive for you. Just doesn't want to turn, like, and this is I think this is my issue between the two games, is that I get here and I can't tell where the limit is. But again, that's got to be mostly to do with experience, right? Like, people can race on here, you can do it. It's just my lack of skill that doesn't let me do it. My SR went down. Why did my SR go down? What? What? Oh, I did hit somebody. Fair enough. Yeah, actually. No, we decided that I didn't hit anybody, didn't we? Maybe the many penalties. I don't know what you're talking about, Catch the Breeze. Galti, I think, is just farming DR at this point. Okay, in we go again. Why is the reward increased for this one by 600%? What's special about... Does anybody know what's special about race B here then? Oh, can we change this in the garage? This just blows my mind that they've not done anything about this. Hasn't this been like a frustration since day one, that if you change, you have to keep changing the same settings? Does this change it? I hope that changes it. That better change it. Rah! Old man moaning. Right, car maintenance. Just going to buff out those scratches. Oh, there we go. That's better. It's super clean when it gets poured in, but then it's not very clean once it's in the jar. Right. Am I on the wrong stream? Well, I mean, this is slightly entertaining. I do not survive the mountain on this game. Welcome along, Hatter. Hope you're doing well. I only ever rent cars for sport mode. It's probably the way to do it. Oh, look at our rating. Yeah, we've definitely donated about 1/5 of our rating here. So more to go. If you're a GT7 player and wanting rating, come and join the Bathurst races. As long as you finish higher than me. King of the mountain. Definitely not here. I mean, you will have to finish probably above other people as well. Is that still anywhere or nowhere? I don't feel like I want to try and reboot the timing server, but it's probably not going to work even if we do that. So we'll just leave it. What am I doing here? I am... Oh, we're going to go out and do a lap. Right. Practice makes perfect. Just gave it another go. First time since... Oh, it just feels like it's got so much grip in the steering wheel until you put your foot down, and then the car just slides. Your steering wheel doesn't change, or it doesn't feel like it does. Maybe it does. So before the big feels so different. It feels very different now, right, Sar? I find that it just doesn't seem to stack up the same as ACC. So if you're used to ACC, I think you struggle with it. It takes some getting used to, and I'm too old now to be able to jump between the physics. Like, even just going over that rise now, I'm having to lift. Ah! Oh, I forget. The car just doesn't turn. I'm too old to be able to adjust to two different physics models. Which I should have known, because I can't even change cars within one game, right? If I try and change cars in like, it doesn't feel like it's gonna go, and it just goes, which I think is all on me. Like, catching the curb there, right, is it. Once you go ACC, there's no going back. Absolutely. Although this must be slightly entertaining. This, coming back to here, is like how I used to be on racing games, where it was like, everything's going fine, I'll do one corner and just not be able to do it right. I know I'll still try GT8 when it comes out. You see, I just don't think I will. Unless it goes back to the roots of Gran Turismo, I think I just wouldn't be bothered. If they don't change this before Gran Turismo 8, I think it just shows that they get no money from the online stuff anymore, and so they're just not bothered. I mean, look at, unless GTA is a full sim, I'm not interested. Yeah, it definitely won't be a full sim. It's never tried to be. It never will be, right? So 202's still only getting us mid-pack, which would just cause more chaos for us at the moment, I think. Yeah, it'll never be a full sim. I just don't see them. If your enjoyment of Gran Turismo was from GT Sport, I don't think they're interested in GT Sport. So I don't think. I mean, it doesn't look like they're making any changes for the online version, right? So I think in terms of online for Gran Turismo, I think they're kind of checked out and done. Is my impression of watching like Tijni talk about it and their track choices, their weekly race choices. It's like they've half-heartedly just hoped that they can rest on their laurels, and it just doesn't feel like that. The only nice thing they've got. The only nice thing that they've got is the one-shot qualifying, right? That you don't have to qualify, so they can do races every so often. If there was no qualifying in, I'm trying to think now how long it goes. If there's no qualifying in seasons, then you'd probably take off about 1/4 of an hour off each one, right? So we'll see. I bought my wheel and everything in beginning for GT7, did 16 hours, found ACC in the Play Store and never went back. As is the way that it typically goes, doesn't it? You buy something, try something else, and right. This has been a bit of a better start. Oh, it just feels like it's gripping, but it just feels like it's on the edge of everything still. All the time, you just feel like you're on the knife edge. There's no build up of feedback through the wheel. Ooh, break it early. Oh, guy behind now catching up as well. Is he going to go for a move? Yeah, I mean, that was always potentially going to close. Oh. We probably ran him off there, I feel like. We'll let him go back past. Although they did break, they probably broke later than us, right? So, oh yeah, we'll keep going now. Same for me, Jeff. Only my switch to ACC only happened in July. Like I said, Jeff, once I felt the force feedback on ACC, never went back. Still in the race at the end of that lap one. He's still improving. Almost. See if we can catch up now. I think we're definitely getting a feel and improving. I think just getting used to how quickly the brakes kick in. What have we got? We've got a 6-second gap to the cars ahead. I mean, if we can make it now without crashing again. Well, technically we've caught a barrier, right? But we've not crashed, so. Oh, we might gain another place here. Nope, they've gone. Oh, it's that braking down there just doesn't feel safe at all. Go on, turn. Oh, I can't quite put my finger on what's wrong with it. No worries, Jeff. That's why I love ACC. Adrenaline rush I get on this track. The adrenaline rush I get on this track is unbeatable. Yeah, I think it's very, very different knowing that if you crash on ACC, your race can very much be done. Oh, turn. It'd be interesting to go and compare each lap. Maybe that's what I need to do. Go and get the replay, compare each lap and see what the steering and inputs are like. Because sometimes I'm sure it should just be turning. And it just doesn't seem like it wants to. And now part of that could be like dirt tyres, right? I went off the track before, so maybe there's dirty tyres. But yeah, it's just not. Not an enjoy. It's not that it's not enjoyable. Just it doesn't feel like it compares to ACC. But I've done 3 months of ACC. Just little things like that where it just twitches and it wants to throw it round, and it almost compared to ACC, it almost feels like it's trying to make it realistic. Oh, you've got a bump, we'll make it really light for you, like the car would fly. And I think there has got to be a degree of that. So my interest comes then, is it purely what you're used to, and that ACC's got it all wrong, and this has got it right, that it should go light every time you hit a bump? Is it all to do with the physics, and actually it's all about the dampeners and springs, and the fact you can change them on ACC means it does go light and the physics does work when you hit a bump? But because you can change the setup in ACC, you just don't notice. Why is that? I feel like that's an excuse to get to get an Xbox. Right, 5 seconds to the car ahead. We must be able to catch them up, right? Oh, not like that though. We've just lost a tenth down this straight to them. Oh, Danny's had an issue. Actual GT ACC is the closest to real life. So the question then becomes, is this just Gran Turismo 7 doing their stock setups and not really caring much about how they drive? I mean, for the top drivers, it's really interesting actually. This is a challenge, right? For the top drivers, it's really on edge and really about where can I put the power down? Where can I find that extra little bit of time? But I'm amazed at how people that aren't... Oh. I'm really amazed at how people that aren't the pros are finding this much easier. It just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't, you know, like... Pre the physics, before the physics update happened, absolutely got it. You could come on here, and I couldn't jump between the two games, but GT7 was so much easier if you spent time on it to race. And now I just don't find that, but I don't understand how... Oh, somebody just quit. Oh, there's somebody on the road there. Yeah, I don't quite understand how this feels easier than ACC much anymore. Right, 4 seconds to the car ahead. Hey, we've done a 206, a 205, and a 207, and we are on the same straight as the pack. Look at how Rory drives. Simple point and shoot. Yeah, I've never really paid attention to GT7 drivers because I don't play the game. I now realise this has been a mistake and I should have been paying a lot more attention. Rory must be eating up race B. He loves Bathurst, doesn't he? I am trying to see whether there's... Because it definitely used to be that if you steer too much on here, that... If you steer too much, you did it in the previous one, and I wonder if they've just, like... increased that a bit, that... If you steer slightly too much, you get no turning. And that would make sense for me with the physics change. that... Oh, we're going to get a 2:04 in the race. We've matched our qualifying time, I think. Did we match our qualifying? We might have matched our qualifying time there. 12th. We finished 12th. We're almost fighting for the top 10 here. Ooh, it's looking good. Got a meeting. See you folks in view. No worries, Prince. Hope it goes quickly. True, I've heard him say that multiple times. There we go. Skill level and etiquette on GT7 is way worse too. I think it depends on, yeah, it depends on if you know the names of the people you're around. The physics allows for a lot closer racing between the cars, right? The physics in ACC, if you kind of tap them, it kind of very springy and bounces them off. Whereas in GT7, it's not quite as bad. And so I think that then starts people to go for it a bit. Without there being any major damage for little connections, it also lets them start to do moves. And even when they had the World Finals and one of the guys like sent it down the inside, and you're like, that's the message now that gets put out there. Send it, and you'll either get a penalty for it or you won't. Which feels very rough. Oh, changing it in the garage did work. That's good to know. So we changed the tyres in the garage and now it's in there. That's because the majority are on pad. Yeah, I've been punted many times on both. Yeah, I don't think there is like a specific answer to one or the other. There's no way to avoid people sending it. You're always going to get mistakes no matter what game you're on as well. Should maybe put a ghost on. That was one of the things that I do miss about practicing. You can put a ghost on here very easily and like follow somebody's lap time. And without there being setups, you know that they've done it in the same conditions that you're in as well. So if they're accelerating out of a corner or braking and turning at a certain point, you know you have to be able to do it too. I just don't get how crazy that snap oversteer is as you come around there. We are over 4 seconds off the fast guys here. Tell you what, one of the things that I like about ACC is seeing the delta all the way around, right? Like even no matter what, no matter what session you're in, you always get a delta to see if you're being consistent or not. When was the last time? Was the biggest update for this was the physics, right? They've not really done any quality of life improvements or anything, I don't think. This week you had a couple of tremendous, awesome battles on track, and that's what I find entertaining. Close, hard racing, not ghosting 5-second pens or 0.5-second pens. Full Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm the same, except I just don't realize at the time. I find it very frustrating when I'm in a battle. But afterwards, it's definitely nice to look back and go, actually, that was one of the best fights that we had. And we were meant to have we were meant to have a really... Oh, no. Now, I don't know if that's me, like there, just... What? Oh, I've got damage. Okay, yeah, we'll take that back then. Oh, there's no point, is there? Because we're going to serve the penalty, and now we don't have time to do another lap anyway. I love driving this track, but hate racing it. More people, more carnage. Yes, absolutely. And really, for close racing, you just need adjust the brake balance. Now, there's a smart move. I did that last time, didn't I? I adjusted and moved it to the back. You can't... Oh, you can change these. They look like they can't be changed. They look very grayed out. Like, whereas that looks very grey and selectable. Oh, can you not change... Oh, you can't actually change the brake balance until you're in. Yes, yeah, brake balance 2 to the rear. I did that last time, didn't I? And that's probably a good way to make sure that you can still turn when you're braking. Have I got something mapped to that? Can we just... Oh yeah, there we go. We can just change that one. What's this one change? Nothing. Do these do anything? Nope. Nope. No idea. Right. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Can we make that say 1, 2, 3, 4? Can we make it say 1, 2, 3, 4 before we start? Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4. Nailed it. I agree. Channel will grow from GT7, but I will lose interest. For me, ACC forever. Yeah, and it's a mix, isn't it, of trying to work out, do you want the channel to grow? Do you do you try and let it go, but then you're like, ultimately, when I was doing, just before I took that 2-week break, it was like 5 evenings or something that I'm like, I'm sat playing a game. I can't do this. I need to do other things. So yeah, I've lost a lot of interest in watching GT streams. Yeah, and I think it's that thing, isn't it? I've come on now, and I think I find it it's different. But I think I need to drop out of this top split lobby. And then you've just got some entertaining racing then, haven't you? That you're like, oh, I can jump in. I'm not super quick, but I can race. And you can have a couple of good races. It's something a bit different. And then you move on. But yeah, I think there's no way I could go to this fully from having done ACC. Right, so the challenge here is not to crash and just survive to the end of the race, holding on to the back of the pack. That will be a success for us. eventually, I feel like it would be nice before we finish today to have got a top 10 result. Jageri, who is up in second, has been and said hello in the stream. He plays ACC and is part of SimGrid Seasons. 25 may be his age, which means that makes sense why he can jump between the two games and do really well on both. Yeah, that was good. Then we just lift fractionally coming around here. Yeah, there we go. Starting to learn that you just can't go flat out. This isn't ACC now. Oh. Nervous moment for the car in front. We'll just... Oh, we almost hit the wall. We were lifting to allow for that car in front. But it actually turned out we were just saving ourselves. Looked like somebody went off there. Yeah, that black car did. We've got yellow flags out. Bit of trail braking. Oh. Oh, it's Jageri. He was doing an ACT thing. Ghosting's on. You don't need to wait these days in this game. Oh no. I've suddenly realised we've got 5 laps. I think... Ooh, the feedback went really weird then. Jageri can probably catch us up. Ooh. In the time that's left. I'm sure that will be of much entertainment to him if he can catch us up. But it's definitely nice that they've got the... You've got to watch the throttle. You can't just hammer the throttle as you exit. So that is quite nice about the game. It's nice to see that they've developed it to that. And it's not just fully arcade for online. Just those little couple of moments where you're like, I'm not convinced the car's holding, which doesn't... Oh, no. Nowhere we could go. What? Where's the ghosting system? Don't ask why. Okay, I won't ask why. We've got a 4-second penalty because you crashed out. I was trying to enjoy the ghosting system. I did let off once I realised this was not going to happen. Oh. Oh well. Okay, so we've got to keep going. We've got to keep going until we get a top 10. Even if it's in another... There you go, Jageri's just made it past. We've gone back to last. We have to do one more until we finish in the top 10. Even if we have to fall all the way down to D-rated lobbies, we will go until we finish in the top 10. You'll be in a DRB lobby soon, so it should be easier. That's my hope. Is that it's not that I get better. It's that the competition gets a bit easier. Don't know whether we could have done anything to avoid that, whether we should have been hammering on the brakes. But all I've found is if you hammer on the brakes, it locks up. And you can't turn, you can't avoid anything. It was nice that they had already crashed out and we got a 4-second penalty for it. Womble Leader's just done a video on the penalty system and says it's just easier if you don't get a penalty. Like, just don't get a penalty. It's like, yeah, that's fair enough. It's very, very true. It's better if you just don't get the penalty to begin with. They've got a ghosting system that you can't trust. Ooh, yeah, that's true. We could give that a go. The only problem, the only problem with WRC for me is I'd probably have to do it on the controller because I've only got this F1 wheel rim. So I wouldn't, you know, like rallying is not designed for an F1 wheel rim would be my, oh, go on, turn. Let's be honest, this game is shambles. I think it's easy to complain when things aren't going well for you as well. Like, it's, you know what I mean? When things are going wrong and then something else happens, you can be up in arms about it. A lot easier as well. When really the game is all right. Oh. Somebody's had enough going into the pits. I mean, there's only 2 laps left. Oh, but once you're in the pits, you don't need to finish. You just sit there, I guess. I'm thinking ACC, where if you sit in the pits, you get a DNF, so you've got to go out and do another lap anyway. Hey, Hugh. How's it going? I noticed you're pretty quick on the GT7 now. No, not on here anymore. No, this is a terrible game. truly converted to ACC. This is yeah, it's all right, but it's no. It just, yeah, it feels coming from a few months of ACC. I just can't get back into it. All I want to do now is get a top 10 result and go home. But I mean, ultimately, this stream alone, which is the craziness, gets more views than any ACC stream generally. If I see Paul, I've not spoken to Paul for ages from Race Asylum. Give him a shout out in the Discord. I'm not sure what they're up to. We almost matched our qualifying time there. It's definitely better with the. It's definitely better for the trail braking now. Oh, but just things like that where you're like, it's just not gripping, but it just doesn't feel like you can tell. The only thing that tells you it's not gripping is the fact that you're heading to the wall. Oh. Oh, nothing says our game is broken, so we have to put these barrier collisions in just because people can wall ride, and we can't think to, like, if we made We can't tell the difference between a scrape along the barrier and your foot flat to the floor. We did a lobby on Monday and it was my best performing GT stream ever. Yeah, GT7 like is going through the roof at the moment. Like look at Tijni's channel growth. Like there must be so many people interested in GT7 content. I hope AC Evo comes to console and just wipes ACC out the water. He must have grown 40k in 9 months. I think it could be more than that. He's got to be close to 100k now. I've not looked recently. Drew and I thought we'd try a crazy combination of lobby races over 90 minutes and got 280 views. There you go. Worth doing. Gary managed to climb back up to 10th. Right. We go again. We're doing another one on Sunday night. Good luck. Hope it goes well. Right. Can we get into the 202s? Oh, we didn't change the brake balance, did we? See if that makes a difference. Have great hopes for AC Evo and LMU. Yeah, LMU actually. Yeah, if they can get that. That's looking like it's going to shape up. It's just getting these companies willing to invest in the progression of their games, right? Hey, David. Yeah, it's going. I think you've done the right thing by branching out to different games, David, rather than just playing one game. The gate, it's just fractionally more slidey than ACC. So you definitely don't feel, or I don't feel at the moment, you'd have to get used to it, I guess. I don't feel that I can be confident in the consistency. Like coming down there, it feels like it's just a lucky dip. You either nail that you either nail the dipper and you get on the power and it works, or you hit the dipper and it's sliding and you're like, I can't get on the throttle yet, I'm gonna have to wait. And there's no, it feels like it's just it just feels a bit more pot luck. Like you almost have to just wait for the result to happen to see what the corner was like. Whereas with ACC, I feel like you go into it and you're like, I know this has gone horribly wrong. I need to do everything I can to avoid crashing out here. And I was going, is that a haircut? No, it's probably just no gel in the hair. No, oh, give over. I don't understand how I can be so consistent in ACC to a point. I'm not super consistent, but I'm definitely more consistent than here. And yet on here, I just struggle. But folks like Tidgeon and that, everybody's still super quick on here, so it's just a skill issue. It's whether you suddenly go to it and go, oh yeah, this is something that I would like to, this is somewhere I would just like to improve my skill. Do it, Hugh. You're very likely to take any DR from me. Your time must be in the 202, so you'll be top 10 or something in these lobbies at the moment. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to B. That's that. If I was doing that clickbaity kind of give me views kind of titles, it would be how many races till I get to B. Managed a 202. Yeah, I can. It's coming, and I think I would have enjoyed this if ACC didn't exist. I think if ACC didn't exist, this would be quite good. Oh. Just, yes, is that... Ah, maybe it could just be something simple like lifting off the accelerator doesn't give you any more steering. I wonder if that's the difference here for me. That on ACC, if I lift off the accelerator, I know that it's gonna throw the weight forward and I'm gonna get grip on the wheels and be able to turn. But on here, I seem to lift off the accelerator and the car just continues on its path if you've got any acceleration in. I wonder if that's... Ooh, that may be what's different for me. And maybe I just need to dab like a bit of the brake. And that would do it. Yeah, this is my kind of problem with this, Hugh. With ACC being more like accurate, look at that, we've improved again, and that wasn't the great lap. So there's definitely more time to find here. It feels like they're ruining GT7 to me. It's great for the top guys and for people that have got wheels, and I guess the controller's probably different, so it probably doesn't matter so much. There's a nice challenge to it. But when you compare it with something that feels like, I've got used to it, feels like it's done it well, like ACC, you come to this and it doesn't feel right. And so you're like, why half-heartedly go for it when you could either go all the way or not. I love the GT franchise. I loved them up until GT6. I just feel like GT7 has got nothing from the previous games. Oh, we've dropped a lobby. We finally dropped a lobby. I didn't even look at my rating. I'll have to wait a race as my PS5 was off. I thought I'd left it on. No worries. I mean, it's GT racing. It's got to be fairly all right. And maybe if I'd have put 3 months, if I'd have put 3 months into this rather than ACC, we would probably still be managing those low 202s like Hugh. It definitely doesn't feel as arcadey, but it just doesn't feel like they've nailed it yet. So maybe it'll come. Maybe it'll come. Right, here we go then. Back again. How's the DIY work going, Jeff? Yes. Now we're around people that are our level. Right. We could do a top 10 in this race. Oh, they've gone side by side already. Corvette versus Nissan, America versus Japan. Oh. Don't really want to be involved. We'll wait for them to crash out up the mountain. Oh, braking up here. Oh, I can't see where we're going now. Oh. Brake early. He's gonna have dirty tires. Oh, someone's gone. 2 people have gone. Oh. We're not going yet. There's no gap there. Oh, there's someone on our inside though. They've gone for it. Was that me? That's probably me driving into them. Oh! Oh! That looked rough behind. If he knew more people were going to watch this afternoon, he'd have gelled his hair and sprayed some aftershave. Hey, a purple sector. We'll take that. We'll ignore that it's lap 2 still. Now, the question is, was I responsible for Diz falling back because I think they went down the inside and I just turned into them. I wasn't aware that they were there and I was trying to avoid the guys in front, but I feel like I was focused more on the guys in front than I was on my race, so it probably could have been all on me. Diz then unfortunately ran into somebody flying back onto the track. Oh. Can't wait for Boris's next hot lap. It's Nord. Feel like that's a way to ultimately kill the viewership, isn't it? Hey, still purple. We've actually made it round 2 laps. Almost. We have got 10th place in sight. This is like our best race ever so far. Having only survived 2 laps. What's our lap time? 2:05. We've got slipstream now, so this doesn't really count as a fastest lap because you wouldn't get slipstream in qualifying. Ooh, huge bit of oversteer from the car in front, but we didn't get a great corner, so I don't think that'll matter. Ooh, just. Probably a bit dangerous there, trying to... Oh. Yeah, you see, just tapping the brake mid-corner. Oh, they're going to have dirty tyres again, so we'll just be aware they're going to brake early. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Oh. I was expecting them to nail it there. We're going to get past? Yeah, just. Oh. Oh, no. We should have defended. Oh. Oh. Yeah, fair. Yeah, they left us room. Fair enough. No, you good. We've now stuck behind them again up the hill. This is this is where it gets really annoying on the mountain, doesn't it? Do a good move to get past them going down, make one mistake, they come back, and then you're just stuck behind them again. Pressure's on though, boy. Come on, let's go. I want 10th. Oh, no. We're going to follow them off. Slipstream is a killer. Did he just flash his lights at me, or was that the sun? He flashed his... Who was that? Turbo Technic. Thank you. That was very nice of you. I was struggling on dirty tyres, but you don't worry about it. You just drive through. Oh, no, it wasn't Turbo Technic. I take that back. It was Otso. Oh. Right, we need another race. We need to drop another lobby. Oh. You're probably not going to be in my race next, Hugh. Is it? There must be some weird dirty tyre thing. Hasn't done last two because of my hands. Oh, yeah. Haven't done the last two because of my hands, but won't miss Nords. Oh, the hot lap ones, yes. I mean, it's only Nords. Oh, someone else has gone. There we go. That held a little bit better. Oh, yellow flags are out. Or is that the guy that just quit, maybe? Nope. Still yellow flags. Nope, no cars. Green flag. There we go. They've obviously got moving. Last lap, we're 11th. We almost made a top 10 there. So close, so close. Oh. We're gonna have to defend. It was a close one. Go on, you can have it. Not far off the top 10 now. RS has gone down again. How do you how do you have a safe race on this? We're good. Right, we go again. Might need to go and get some food. Just Boris publish. Does he have a website that he publishes the results on for his time trial stuff? Is that what makes it community based, or do you just have a look in the server at who put what time in on his Discord? Ah, okay. I need to get my 3-lap one done. That's on my list for today. So by next Monday should be the start of the 3-lap ones again. Oh, you can't tell. That's why it's really weird. You just can't tell. Or I find it what do people that play GT7 and people that don't play, do you find that you can tell on your game when you lose control? I feel like on this, the feedback holds. So you feel it, you can still feel it, and then all of a sudden you're sliding, but you're like, I've still got grip. It still feels like I've got grip. It's weird. And a bad workman and all that, absolutely. It doesn't feel right. With a point a D ranking system. Yes, but not in the same way as ACC. I feel like there's something different there. And again, for the most part of this, I think it's really good. I think it's definitely just, for the most part, a skill issue of me not being able to get used to it quick enough. Like having to brake to get more grip rather than just release the accelerator is very different. So far I hadn't that problem of spinning, but am I fast in G7? I used the 911 Group 3 since the Ferrari's poo in G7 with TC on 2. Yeah, it's maybe just the second TC. At the moment I've got TC on 1 just to try and stop it. And I'm coming from a different game that I've been playing non-stop for a while. So it could mostly be that. Ah, thought we exited all right there, but not as well as we did last time, apparently. What are we doing? 238. So this is it again. Can we get... Well, we've got a low 203. We still need to improve by a second to catch up to Hugh. There's a couple of tenths. It just doesn't feel like any more braking will just doesn't fit. It just doesn't connect with me. And now the interesting one is, would a different car work and just suddenly snap and be like, oh yeah, that's it. It feels natural now. But this just doesn't. Oh, right. Can we get... We're in danger now of hitting the evening when people get home. And there's going to be more people on, and we're not going to be faster than anyone. Oh, what's the... Oh, we can't see now. I was going to try and find out what my rating was. I do need some food, though. I'm going to go and get something to eat and run back. What have we got? A minute. Do that. Going right. Hey, Karma. Good day, all, and bye again. Is that a hello and goodbye? Okay, starting in 12. Oh, haha. Hugh's used his second account. Is this your second account, Hugh, to join our lobby? Here we go. This is your main one. Oh, there you go. I thought you'd be A+. It's a good time that you've got. Right. I've forgotten my gloves. I knew that had happened. Oh, I do want to eat the rest of that, though. I must be rank Z. Oh, right. Wonder if we should try 2 on the traction control. No, we're not sliding low, do we? Oh, we're going to start soon. There we go. Right, good luck, Hugh. Oh. I don't know how to look backwards. That worked. Again, just that slidey moment over the top. And slow it right down there for being in the slipstream. Oh, smoke ahead. Oh, everybody almost made it through. Oh, oh no, Hugh's got a, yeah. Didn't break enough there. Gonna, oh. It's trying to stay out your way, buddy. It's trying to stay out your way. Ah, right, we have to go again then. One day, one race, we will make it to a top 10. Ooh. Oh, that was outside the track limits. Just when you brake, there's just no turning. Is that a real thing, or is that just skill and in my head? But it feels like as soon as I slam on the brakes, is it ABS locking up? Is that what they've changed with it? Now they've fixed and changed all the braking. Do I need to like find some ABS and put that on? How you're able to brake like that and go around the corner? Everything just seems broken to me on this game. But it can't be because loads of people are playing it. Oh. Why is there no where's my ABS? How do I change my ABS? CC, brake balance, and fuel map. Where's the ABS? Oh, it's in the settings, isn't it? You need to trail brake. I mean, if I'm braking in a straight, oh yeah, fair. That's probably. Okay, let's make a huge conscious effort. So you can't change it in the race. No, of course they don't want you to be able to compare things without. I wonder if that means that it sets it's like hard coded in when you start the race. Yeah, interesting. So does that mean that ACC, I'm able to smash my brakes and turn? Am I not trail braking properly? Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? Oh, no. Tapping the brake through a corner feels like what you feels like what you should get when you ooh. Feels tapping the brake through a corner feels like what I get when I lift the accelerator in ACC. Which I guess kind of works, right? I guess it kind of works in that tapping the brake is shifting the weight to the front like you would expect to do when you lift. It's just that lifting doesn't do that in GT7. Lifting just stops you from going faster. Doesn't give you any extra braking power. Yeah, it's definitely an improvement, I think. But if you think it's an improvement, I don't see why you wouldn't just go and play ACC. I mean, yeah, just brake around the corners, and it seems to work great. Probably don't need first gear at that point. Slow corners feel very weird because ACC setups aren't easy if you're not willing to pay CDA. I don't think you need to. I think you can just YouTube them. You just YouTube setups and find something and try it, right? And just see if it works. I don't think you have to pay for setups. And ultimately, once you've got that setup, you learn to drive for that setup. Same as on GT7 and Forza. If you've got fixed setups, you just have to learn how it handles and deal with it. And same if you use somebody else's setups, right? If I use a setup from online and I don't know how to change it, you either learn how to change it or you just learn to drive the car as it is, which is all I was doing in GT7 anyway. You try a different car and see what it's like. Oh, no, they've... Oh, no, that's Hugh! Hugh's had a nightmare. The last lap, Hugh. Oh, we might get a top 10 finish here just at a default. Oh, Hit a wall. Is that going to be a penalty? Yeah. uh. I reckon you get far better turning by trail braking. I don't think going slow improves your turning. That's really bizarre. Like going round that top corner, if I just touch the brake, the car rotates. But if I slow down and go to maybe I was going slower than I realised, but what it's generally felt like there was if I trail brake round the corner, it'll rotate no end. Right, it's interesting. He says, you don't because I don't, but discouragement comes faster. Is that about the... I mean, yeah, it's all about what you're used to, right? My car was undrivable in the race. Oh no. That is less than helpful. I got pushed off on the first lap. Oh, that sounds like that GT7 game, Hugh. Right. What have we got? 2 laps. I'm going to sneeze. There's hardly any grip on this game. Yeah, it feels... I mean, is this early morning? So it could just be... I know that the game... Part of the game's charm is that it's got rolling times on it, right? That's part of the sadness of seasons, I think, is it's all 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no variation on that. And I'm like, I love a good transition from like day to night or night to day. It's 17 degrees, so it potentially is just that it's cold out, so there's genuinely very little grip. But yeah, I found that there's very little grip. I find that touching the brake just helps rotate the car though, like that. In my head, lifting off the accelerator should do the same, but it doesn't. That's a really good point about lack of weather changes in seasons. One's why they don't do it. Mostly because in a short race, nighttime, night races don't add enough to it and probably cause more problems in the short races. Like if you're going in for some good racing, you don't need nighttime to make it a better one. Yeah, they've got weather in the mini enduro. So in the 45-minute races, there's variable weather. We got some variable weather in the mini enduro we did last night. But the time never changes. They never do, never mix that up at the moment. But if you go, like I've always said, if you go and find leagues, league racing will have all those things that change, right? Because leagues want to make. Oh, look at that! That was. It felt quicker, but it was slower. Yeah, leagues will always make use of the time and use of weather and things like that. Oh. No, slower exit. But not night to day or day to night. No, not at the moment. Yeah, it could potentially come. I think. Spit the words out, Andy. At the moment, you can tell what the temperature is going to be, right? You know that the temperature is going to be roughly 26 or 27 degrees. And if they start changing the time of day, that temperature could start being random, and then I assume that people would then like start complaining. Look at that. 2:02.6. It's always the first lap. We should always just do one lap and reset. So yeah, possibly it'll come to mini enduro. I wouldn't bank on it though. Got news from Blocker. He already matched his pace with the BMW with the setup I sent him for the 296. Nice. Was that a setup that you had made, Jeff, or did you get it from online, or do you do the get one from online and then make adjustments to it? Okay, so we're slowly improving as expected. We're now 4/10 off Hugh's time. So Robo Mags as well, Rob, is jumping between the two games, which is fairly impressive, I think. Hey, look at that. We're starting inside the top 10 now. Ooh. All we've got to do is not lose more than 4 places. you know you're not in a top split lobby when everybody's qualified. There's no fast people going, oh, I'll just do last to first. Because everybody at this point is trying to gain DR and wants to qualify and do their best. Right. Here we go. I think do we even get to a meta setup mod for Bathurst? Ah, fair enough. Is that like just minimum and maximum on a lot of things? Although actually, even I think it's a meta setup that I'm using to a degree, and I don't think it's not full max and min for everything. Right, we need to change this. Everything else looks fine. Right, here we go. Same here for days. Variable weather with time progression, but they start the same time throughout the week. So they don't do the time progression thing, because apparently that does affect the tire pressures or something. It does something that they're like, oh yeah, this messes with the game, so people would potentially complain, but I feel like it would be oh man, look at that car pull through. Woo. Ooh. Two moments there. Ah! What? Oh, Yabba! What was Yabba Dabba Doo doing? Oh, what? Ooh. Brilliant. Brilliant. No, there's no... Is it just me, or is it just like the patience of them? For me, I'm sat there going, you could see him coming, he didn't want to move out the way or ruin his race in any way, so he sent it, he went half off the track. There was nowhere for him to come back on. And so surely that to me says the move's not on. But maybe it's me. Maybe he's on the track and it's up to me to let him back on. I'm braking far too early there, not paying attention. Wow. GT7. Why? What makes people want to play? Ah. Right, we've got to get a top 10. We've got to get a top 10. I disagree. Rain affects the tire pressures and temps. Yes, but in a linear way, Pierre. So it's not that it's bad that it affects them. It's the way that it affects them. But I don't. Yeah, I probably for me and maybe for you, it probably doesn't matter enough for us to be bothered by it. But maybe from the folks that wouldn't like it, I don't know. I'd love a nice sunset half an hour dash. That'd be really nice. As long as you knew what it was going to be before you started. So if you could see before, get the server details, and it says, oh yeah, this is going to start at 7 PM, then you'd be like, okay, I know whether I want to enter that or not. Hey Kaylee, the radar for GT7 looks rather decent. Yeah, it's all right. If you're not in this view, if you like here, it's out to the side, which makes it really awkward to look at. You only get the rear view camera in this view. We're getting a little bit more used to the racing now. Oh. We made a mistake going up the hill and somebody went for a what I would deem as a crazy move, but maybe the move was on. Getting used to it. Yeah, we're getting there, Dens. It's just GT7 racing. I don't understand why people play this game over ACC. Oh, just as he says that. Yeah, I'm I did think, you know, we'll come back, maybe it'll be better and we can do some more stuff on it. But actually, it really doesn't. Like maybe I'm old and just have too much of a skill gap for it. But it just doesn't feel as enjoyable. Do you still you're not racing at the moment, are you, Dens? I was gonna say, are you racing on this at the moment? Ooh. I'm out. People are just, yeah. I just it just makes me go, I want to go back to ACC. Race A and C are better. Yeah, I needed to check the mountain out because that's what I've got on ACC, and that's where I thought I could compare the two. But I mean, just if this is daily racing, then I'm like, yeah, there's no need for me to come back. I'll take the lower viewership and just do ACC. What car's he in? He seemed to be able to take that at less of a line than I did and take it faster. I want that car. This car's rubbish. No, that's a lie. This car's harder to drive than that car. I want the easy car. Oh. They've got a very strange, greasy track at Bathurst. No worries. Cheers for dropping by, Hugh. Sorry you had a a rough experience for the couple of races that you joined. Full lobby, and it's just what they used to have. Yeah, that's a true point, isn't it? You just... shockers, yeah. You can go back to race C after this. Wait, so GT7 turns cars into ghosts if they make a mistake so that others are not impeded. Yes, but it's not consistent, Kaylee. So for the most part, if someone's going crazy slow, then they will they'll get ghosted. But you can't always rely on that, and they also could unghost just before you pass through them. So you can't trust it for the most part. Oh. So that's where people come from here over to ACC, see somebody spinning out and can just floor it, and they're like, oh, that's right, I was expecting them to ghost out. I also hit somebody earlier who had crashed and stopped. I hit them, even though in my head I'm like, why was there no ghosting system there? And then I got a 4-second penalty for that inconvenience. Hey, Paris. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. You are catching... I was going to say you're catching the end of the stream, but there's definitely got to be one more race because we're not top 10 yet. We are going until we get top 10. We're going to get an overtake here. Mr. Yes. Go on, Braggy. Oh, it's a race to the end. It's a race to the end. Braggy takes it. Oh, it's very close. Very close at the end. Well, that's no fun. Even out of control cars are part of the race. That's it. The positive and sweet. And the difference is... Well, is there a difference? Probably not. It's just, yeah, like we say, it's a lot of what you're used to. Hey, I got a clean race bonus for once. And got back up to above 1 million. Right. More rating donating. Here we go. Hey, Cole. Hey, all confused. This looks awful like GT7. Yeah. Tell me about it. All I've tried to do is get a top 10 finish. All I want is a top 10 finish, Cole, and it is not happening. We've got we've raced all afternoon unsuccessfully getting a top 10. I cannot wait to go back to ACC. It's much better. And he's on... He's in for... Yeah, this is like one of those Twitch things, isn't it? Subscriber-thon things where you're like, no, we will keep going until we get this many. Like, no, we will keep going until we get a top 10. Was that... What's the red? What's the red on the brakes? What's the ABS that people try either driving faster or tanking your... I am slowly tanking my DR. That is how it's working, Cole. But unintentionally. Is default the one to go on, or should we be on weak? I'm going to go to weak. I already think I've got better acceleration. Oh, it's very different. Changing that ABS makes it very different. Andy is going for a top 20 position on a 16-car grid. Yes. Is red not the ABS kicking in? Ooh. See, slowly I've learned how to take that corner. Whoop. Woo! Drifting! Got one more lap after this. Did we change? Yeah, we have changed that. It's fine. Red is difference. The difference from front to rear brakes. Is it? What happens if it's the? What happens if it's the other way? What happens if you've got them rear to front brakes? ABS is the light. Oh, I see. Yes, I see. I see where ABS is now. Well, I never knew that. I thought that was how much the ABS is kicking in. So if I put... No, so it doesn't matter about your brake bias, because as you brake here, the physics are going to say in themselves that you... Oh no! Oh, you just can't tell. You just can't tell. How do people play this game? Oh, I know. Right, we're going to have to do 2. We're going to do 2 on traction control. Ah. Oh, massive lack of skill issue here. Massive lack of skill issue and just frustration on not being able to understand what's going on. We've not got enough time to do this lap, have we? Let's keep going for the practice anyway. Almost able to do that flat when we've got TC2, because I guess it must have been slower. I mean, it must be slower because it's turning so much better from what it was, and all we've done is change the traction control and the brake, the ABS. Need somebody like Tidgney to look into this, because it feels like it drives so much better with weak ABS. Seeing this, I'm glad I took a chance on ACC rather than grabbing GT7. I think you did. I think you did the right thing, Kaylee. Starting from the front is no better either, as it will be punted before lap 1 is finished. Oh, what? How in the world have we made it back to split 1? We've been losing. We've been losing DR all day to avoid this. Oh. How have we? Oh, I'm going to be playing this all night trying to get a top 10. We might have to break for dinner and then come back and carry on. Here we go again. Does this happen to be working yet? I'm gutted that none of my stuff's working, but I've not done it for 3 months, have I? Right. Good luck, anybody who is racing. Oh, we should move the camera down to the bottom left again, shouldn't we? Because now we're blocking the map, but maybe the map doesn't matter. Just means the skill level online is dropping. It's not, yeah, the skill level online is dropping quicker than my DR. I need to buy some more gloves. I've got holes in like every single finger on these ones. Oh, what? We've started right on the corner. What's with that? Here we go. Is he going to try and send it up the inside? Yeah, the door's going to close there though. Not worth the effort. Oh, full turtle struggled there. My turn to try and follow someone now after a mistake. Oh, they are struggling, aren't they? Oh. Oh, oh, that was clever. Oh, look at that Toyota power. Toyota power. Oh, there's chaos up ahead. Oh, we've just bled places there. Oh, we're still in for a top 10 though, somehow. Single file race starts. Yeah, single file race starts all set at the distance, so you can't, it's not in your control. Which means for the worst part of it, oh, we got a penalty for hitting the wall. Of course we did. Of course we did. Mind you, it would be worse because in ACC we'd have got damaged, so actually we probably can take that half a second and it's probably a bit nicer. Oh, we're going to lose 2 places with this penalty, though, I think. Yep. We've just... Oh, we're going to have to do another one, aren't we? Oh... There was a little bit of me that thought we could go back and do some ACC tonight, but having done all this racing, I'm well done. Oh. The legend that is Mickey. Oh. Anything can happen coming down the mountain. That is true. It's rough, isn't it, when you're like, I've now done it enough that I am starting to get it and enjoy it. We're at least keeping up with the people that are around us. It's interesting. I'm not convinced on the braking. I know I get that whole trail braking thing, but I'm still not convinced it's right. Woo! It was only truest by visual and sound, not realistic. GT has kept mostly everything the same from beginning to end. I mean, most of this is a skill issue, Kaylee, as opposed to a game issue. Oh! We've got a top 10. Originally was one of the truest sims out there. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know if it ever really was, Kaylee. I think we were brought up to think that, but it was always based to play off a controller, right? And in my head, anything you didn't need a huge amount of skill. You needed some skill, but just not a huge amount. Whereas I feel like now, it was one of the best racing games out there. I think for the amount of cars, the sound, the career progression I really liked in the old games, where you had to Paul, you were saying about the red bar in the brakes being like rear over front, but it seems like a pointless measure to me, because all you can tell is if the red bar is your rear brake, you can't see how much more you're getting in the front, or whichever way round it is. Like you can't see how much more you're getting if it's the wrong way, if you get what I mean. So if the red was the rear brake and the white was the front brakes, then if the front brake is more than the rear, you've got no idea. Got no idea how much it is, which almost makes it like a ridiculous notion. And guess who is back? Michael Jordan? I think you definitely need very little steering input, so it does make me wonder if I'm just steering too much. And actually, if you just twitch it slightly, it'll just rotate round. Oh. We've actually done it. It's the last lap. Genuinely got a top 10. In the top split lobby. Genuine top 10 in the top split lobby. Nope, Daniel Ricciardo. Red is just whichever is stronger. So all it's telling you is that your brakes aren't matched. That feels like such a pointless bit of information. So you don't know if you need to move the brake bias further forward or backwards. Doesn't. I'd have to have a look at that. Yes! We've done it. We've got a top 10. Ah. Oh, the key is a proper GT7 YouTuber. He is wicked sick. I won't get... I'm not going to get into it. Set your brake balance to 0 and there will only be a thin red line. The further you go either way, the white lowers. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Only by need of rotation do you move the brake balance. Yeah. Or power, right? If you shift all your brake balance forward, then you're going to brake quicker, but you're not going to have any steering when you try and go. The weighing scale hand gesture said everything you needed it to. Look at that. We've got a blue arrow. We've got a blue arrow on our name. Nice. Right. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Oh, what was that? Oh, Merty man, I'm sorry. Oh, it was something went on there. Oh, they've still not fixed. You can't scroll when new messages are coming in. They've still not fixed that. I mean, yeah. Oh, we could go and do it, but right. Forward for stability and rear for rotation. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Never knew about the red line being the difference between front and back though. I always thought that was the amount of ABS that was kicking in. Right. Are we doing one more? No, I'm too hungry and beat. We've done our top 10. We've played GT7. It is okay for what it is. I don't think you can knock it because I don't think it's in the same space as ACC. Albeit it's just a racing game. It's like comparing F1 to any other game. F1 is its own thing. It's just whether it does its own thing really well or not. GT7 is an easily accessible racing game. And it's added and done some quite good things for the feedback to people that want to use a racing wheel on it and feel like it's a bit more simlistic. However, I am very excited to go back to ACC. Right, our DR is now halfway down the A, so if we ever come back, which I don't know, we'd have to do something crazy to come back. Then then whatever. Yeah, right. Have a good one. I will see you all in the near future. I'm away again, so it's not going to be till next week, Monday or Tuesday evening now. Probably Tuesday evening to do some racing. Maybe Monday if I've been away for the weekend and I feel starved of any racing. So have a good one. If you're racing this weekend, keep it clean, keep it friendly, and I will see you soon. Cheers now. Bye.